Hello, I'm Alison from Bag Lady Bird Learn to Sew, and I'm here today to show you how to sew on a 2-hole button onto a shirt. This is one of the things that people often say, that they just can't sew on a button. It's a really important life skill. If your buttons fall off your clothes, you need to be able to replace them. And all you need is a hand sewing needle and some thread. So if you've got 2-hole buttons, you want your holes to go vertically. This would change on these if the holes were in the other direction. I would be placing these buttons so that the holes went horizontally, but you would normally have your buttons on the front of a shirt with your buttons sitting the holes in the button sitting vertically. You want to sew your buttons on like so. So I'm tying a triple knot actually on there. Didn't need to be a triple knot, could have just been a double knot. So what I'm going to do is go in just above where my pin is in a vertical line, and then come up on the other side of the pin like so. Put the needle through the lower hole, hold the button in place, remove my pin. I'm just going to sew this on 3 or 4 stitches. There we go, 1, 2, 3, 4. What you can do once you've done the 4th one is just bring your needle out between the button and the shirt, and then just wrap your thread around the button shank a few times. Just gives you a bit of depth between the shirt and the button, and then you can put your needle back down to the reverse side, come back up again, and you just want to do a couple of stitches in place, and once you've done that, trim the threads. So we'll be doing the same for all our lovely buttons. So you don't want your thread too long, you also don't want it too short. So when I'm doubling it over, it's probably about 30 centimetres, 40 centimetres maybe. The longer you have your threads, the more risk you have of getting yourself knotted up, which obviously we don't want to do. So as before, needle in above the pin, needle coming up just below the pin. So this is what keeps you vertical. At this stage you can remove your pin. lower button, because I've done 4 stitches before, I'm going to do the same here and on every button. 2, 3, 4, coming out between the button and the thread, button and the shirt, wrapping it around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to the reverse. Back up. And then we'll do 2 or 3 stitches just in the same place to secure it. And then just put your needle through the loop and then pull it tight, snip it off. There we go. So we'll just work our way through that, putting the rest of the buttons on the centre front, and I will show you a cuff button. Okay, so on the cuff we're going to want our button to sit that way, so the point of the heart is downwards like that. So we're just following the same steps exactly as before to position the buttons. So the fourth one, we come in between the button and the shirt, wrap him, down to the reverse to secure that wrapping. Up again, and then 2 or 3 stitches in the same spot to secure the ends of your thread, and they're just little stitches, these ones.
So your threads can easily get tangled when you're sewing with the double thread.
And if that happens, which happens even to the best of us, just use your needle to gently unravel it. So it shouldn't actually be knotted. You just use your needle to pull out the loops. You should be able to untangle your thread and continue sewing. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel for more great Learn to Sew videos that will help make you a better dressmaker.